it seems in most cases people say, well, that's similar to the way I feel about myself. The ratings from 0 to 9, a 10-point scale, the majority of people rate 9 out of 10 as similar to their own views about their personality or their characteristics or their values or what they're seeing in life. So I continue to do the research because I'm not sure of the source of the information, but the information seems to be valuable to a lot of people.
Here's an interesting one for you. Obviously, people with this kind of experience would gravitate toward you if they had the knowledge that you were there and existed, if they had some sort of experience, serious experience they cannot explain and want to know about.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But what would happen if that same person went to the average psychiatrist, let's say, and explained in some detail an ET-type experience? In this modern day and age.
Yeah, it's getting better, although years ago people would say that they were turned away or they were rejected or demeaned in some way, that the person would not listen and would not see it as a viable topic, see it as a psychopathic or psychotic, maybe even topic. I used to say that first we were considered psychotic, then we were considered neurotic, then we were considered kooky, and now we're considered feasible. We're
feasible, huh? so then there is some chance that even in the mainstream, it's not automatically.
Not automatically. In fact, some people, in my opinion, as they look back on it, they realize that being a patient for a physician or being an Alisan for a psychiatrist or dealing with professional people, that they were helping the professional person learn. Now, it may have been kind of rough, just like a child who comes up with information that the parent can't handle, but in my opinion, many professors and many scientists are confounded by what UFO experiencers develop and show to them. I've often wondered if there were money available, we bring half a dozen UFO experiencers together who have had information about cancer cures.
Do you get a lot by consultation?
Or get some people together who have propulsion systems for UFOs.
Sure.
Usually these people have some information, but not all the information. Because if they had all the information, they'd probably be disappearing into some unknown tomb.
Do you get quite a few by consultation?
But yes.
Recommendation by others. Okay, Doctor, our time is up. What a pleasure having you on the air.
It's been a pleasure for me. Thank you so much.
I hope everybody runs out and grabs soul samples.
And also a book, King of Travelers by Ed Martin, about Jesus' lost years in India. And maybe someday Michael Robertson will get his work on lunar and solar eclipses and UFO sightings to the forefront. There are so many people.
Doctor.
Thank you.
Ed, good night.
Could read my mind, love. What a tale my thoughts could tell.
This is Coast to Coast AM with Art Bell on the Premier Radio Networks.
It is indeed. Good morning, everybody. A little while ago, we were talking about our earliest memories, and I said, I remember when I was in diapers, and I do. And what I remember about them is they didn't absorb worth a damn. I mean, once you fouled yourself, you were walking with it until Mom got around to you. And that's what I remember about diapers. How about the rest of you? You remember that early in your life? About my first memory. Damn diapers. That was before they had the cloth ones, which I guess dates me. Anyway, we're headed toward open lines. That's coming up next. Stay planted. Yeah, I think the following has to be recognized. This is from Peter in Milwaukee, who says, hi, Art, about Mission to Mars, the movie coming up. They have a website. I missed the commercial since I didn't watch the Super Bowl, and if you go to their website, it says you'll never see their commercial again, except on that website where you can see it as many times as you want. Unless, of course, you have web TV like I do. Some of these sites require flash or other downloads. But anyway, not the reason for the facts. The reason is, on their website, they list links. I raced over, expecting to find Richard Hoagland's site and even Dr. Mark Carlotto's excellent site, and guess what? All the links, and there are quite a number of them, are to NASA's sites. What the hell is this all about? It is Richard Hoagland, who's done the most to create interest in Cydonia, tirelessly working on it and writing the best book on it, and he is ignored. NASA, which has been poo-pooing it, gets the linkages? Is Richard going to let this sit, or do we do some faxing, emailing? They've supplied an email number on their site to get at least his site listed on the Mars sites. Related question, how much direct input did Richard have on the movie? Script, ideas, so forth. I don't know, we'll ask Richard, but he certainly called our attention to it the other night when he was on, and I think this faxer is dead right. NASA has done nothing but officially poo-poo the whole Cydonia thing. Again and again and again, they've laughed it off and joked about it and been a little cruel at times. And yet they've been the consultants and get all the links on the website from the movie about where? Cydonia, the old trick of light and shadows place, right? I think the faxer's got a pretty good point. West of the Rockies, you're on the air. Hello.
Hello, Art. It's Rob from California, Hollywood.
Yes, sir.
Hey, sort of caught me off guard there. I was listening to your show there.
I understand that Hollywood was originally called Hollywoodland.
Hollywoodland?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
Yeah.
Shame on you.
Really?
Yeah. It was originally Hollywoodland.
Interesting. Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember the sign used to be longer. I saw in the 20s. Footages. Yeah, it said Hollywood and then land on the...
Yeah.
That's right. Oh, God, that's so long ago. Wow, so it's open lines right now, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, anyway, your guess was real interesting there.
Yes, he was.
And about, God.
Oh, by the way, tomorrow night, you're going to want to be here, because tomorrow night I'm going to have a very, 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 very interesting lady on who worked with the late Father Malachi Martin.
Oh.
Oh, yes. And she's Kathleen Keating, and she's written a book called Final Warning, The Final Warning.
Hmm.
And it's all about the kind of stuff that Malachi talked about. It should be a really interesting program.
Yeah, he's a wonderful man. He's done a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, it's too bad. Yeah, God, where was I? The UFO thing. It's amazing. The thing is, if you're familiar, Japan, the Japanese seem to really like the UFO phenomenon, and
they do.
And here in America, they're scared of it. It's funny. In Japan, they embrace it. Here, we're terrified by it.
Oh, look, the Japanese embrace it so much that they have sent film crews over here, bugging the hell out of me, I don't know how many times. They go after the stories, whereas our press, if UFO gets in a shot, they try and turn the camera.
Well, that's correct. I really don't get it. And you're aware of months ago that they sent a probe up to take pictures of Cydonia. Are you aware of that? The Japanese did.
Yes, very aware.
And were you aware of what happened to our national security? They told the military defense in Japan to come down right away, and do you know what happened to them?
What happened to them, sir?
You didn't hear what happened.
What happened?
They came down to visit Washington to speak with our government because they don't like them taking pictures of Cydonia. They lifted up a 10-foot cement wall that shoots out of the ground from the White House and threw their car 20 feet, nearly killed them. Both of the military defense from Japan were in hospital. I don't know if one of them died or not, but they're critically injured.
Are you sure of that?
It was on the news. It was on KFW News 98 when they went to Washington, D.C.
Boy, I sure would. Somebody sent me that story. I hadn't really actually heard that.
Yeah, our government is really serious about not anyone ever taking pictures of that area.
All right, I appreciate the call. Thank you. Well, I don't know. That's one I hadn't heard. But I do, like the faxer, think that it is more than just a little strange that the agency that made so much fun of, and some of it not in fun at all, of those who talked about Cydonia, mainly Richard, really laid into him at times, are actually the consultants on the movie. Hello, what's wrong with this picture? First time calling a line, you're on the air. Hi.
Hello, Art.
Hello.
Hi. I talked to my wife.
Hi, Art.
Hello.
My husband and I, this is Sandy and Roger on Maui.
Okay.
My husband and I sent you a book a few weeks ago written by a man who has been having experiences out of the body, communicating with people who have left their bodies.
Yes.
And his work is actually retrieval of souls.